Master unparalleled martial arts skills. The prisoner hid in a corner during the guard's inspection. Knowing human vision spans only 180 degrees, he believed staying out of sight would grant him complete invisibility. Yet when the guard entered the cell, he spotted Tae-suk in the corner at once, though this earned him a slap across the face. A triumphant smile spread across his face. This proved his theory correct. He then began practicing free climbing. The next day, when the guard returned for inspection, Tae-suk vanished from the cell again. Only after the guard turned away did he realize Tae-suk had scaled the wall. This moment enraged the guard, resulting in another brutal beating. Yet Tae-suk refused to give up. Theoretically, achieving invisibility required perfecting his footwork to the extreme, allowing him to vanish from the guard's sight. So when the guard returned for the next inspection, Tae-suk grew clever. He followed the guard's footsteps precisely. Unexpectedly, this tactic worked. The guard searched for minutes without finding Tae-suk, but just as he believed his invisibility had succeeded, the sunlight cast a shadow that betrayed his position. The next second, something terrifying happened.
좀 더 연습해야 되겠네. 그림자도 신경 쓰고 사람의 심리까지.
Yet it was precisely the guard's words that instantly awakened Tae-suk. After the guard left the cell, he drew an eye on his hand, imagining someone always standing before him. He had come to understand that to achieve true invisibility, one must learn to anticipate the target's actions and thoughts. Finally, after repeated practice, his invisibility technique reached the pinnacle of mastery. His figure vanished completely from the cell. When the guard made his next rounds, Tae-suk knocked him to the ground in one swift move, then tossed him out. The guard dared not provoke Tae-suk again, and hastily slammed the cell door shut. Clearly, Tae-suk's invisibility had been perfected. Months later, Tae-suk was released from prison. His first act upon leaving the facility was to seek vengeance against the guard who had beaten him. So, on the day the guard finished his shift, Tae-suk activated his invisibility and appeared behind him, beating the man with a baseball bat until he lay motionless on the ground. Only then did Tae-suk depart, satisfied. Next, Tae-suk used his invisibility again to visit the home of the boxer who had beaten him before. Unexpectedly, the boxer sensed something amiss, facing an invisible enemy. He searched his house thoroughly but found no one. Yet strangely, white stickers had been placed over his photos. Soon, the wealthy man received news of Tae-suk's release. But upon hearing this, the tycoon grew excited. He was certain the kid would come back to his house. Then he could teach him a proper lesson. Sure enough, by midnight, Tae-suk quietly slipped into the tycoon's home. The tycoon sensed someone had entered his house. He grabbed his baseball bat and went outside to search. But he searched every corner of the house and couldn't find the uninvited guest. Just then, Sun-hwa suddenly noticed a figure darting past outside. She instantly realized it was Tae-suk. So when the wealthy man finally fell into a deep sleep, she quietly slipped into the living room to investigate. Though she didn't see Tae-suk's form, she knew he must be hiding somewhere. Sure enough, when she approached the mirror, that familiar silhouette appeared once more. Sun-hwa's face broke into an excited smile. But just then, the tycoon abruptly opened the door. When he looked toward the living room, Tae-suk had vanished once more. Facing the tycoon's questioning gaze, Sun-hwa offered no explanation, nor did the tycoon dwell on it, simply pulling Sun-hwa into his embrace. Yet at that very moment, Sun-hwa reached her other hand toward Tae-suk. Ever since Tae-suk came into her home, Sun-hwa's disposition had grown remarkably open-hearted. Every day, she radiated a happy smile, always preparing a table overflowing with delicious dishes. After the wealthy man left for work, Tae-suk would slowly turn on the stereo, but he didn't rush to reveal himself. Instead, he playfully walked behind Sun-hwa. Sensing Tae-suk's intent, Sun-hwa cooperatively spread her arms wide and slowly backed away, until she had cornered Tae-suk against the wall. Yet strangely, though they were clearly standing on the bathroom scale, the needle remained fixed at 0, and so the film ended.